The battle continues. OpenAI introduced a new image model, and in this video, let's take it to a ride. Looking at the demo clip, it looks really promising. With all the new models coming up recently, the OpenAI image generation was no longer really competitive, and it looks like they closed the gap. According to OpenAI, the new model is much better at editing images. You can use multiple images to combine them into a composition, and the examples they are showing on their webpage are really impressive. Another point of improvement is the way the instructions are processed. The new model should be better in following the provided instructions. A major boost up is the rendering of text. It's now able to create perfect text in images, allowing for near-perfect infographics, and as we will see later, it is indeed very capable in doing so. Besides these major improvements, the model got better in overall, creating much more realistic photos now, especially compared to the previous model. What I also like is that the imaging tools now have their own space in the web interface, which makes it much more fun to work with images. I do like that they also mention on their website the parts where the model fails, like transferring some styles or with multilingual text. Anyway, let's open up ChatGPT and try it ourselves. You can now find the new space available on the menu, and when you click on it, it will open up a new screen with previously generated images, and the focus here is on creating more images. It feels a little bit similar what Grok does with their Imagine section. To get you quickly started, they have included some style prompts you can use immediately on photos. Let's try the doodle style. What I do like is that you can now reuse the images you uploaded earlier in your chats. Let me use a portrait image I used earlier. As you see, these styles are just predefined prompts which immediately apply to the image you uploaded. I hope they enable a feature in the future where some creative prompt engineers can share their styles with the community. The generation of the image is definitely not fast, and you will have to wait a minute or so before it finishes. Compared to the previous version, you do get a bit more feedback during the generation process. And here is the result of the doodle style, which I think looks pretty amazing. As they have mentioned, the text is copied perfectly from the t-shirt from the original image. The styles work quite well, and here is the same image in the plushie style. Damn cute. Let's take a look at this cat, and when we ask to convert it to an anime style, we get this result. It's not perfect, but it tries to keep most of the details, and the result is definitely cute. Now the other way around, I have this vector of a Spartan, and let's ask it to make it a realistic photo in a cinematic way. Wow, that looks great. I don't think it's very photorealistic, but it's very close to the vector image we used. The posture is the same, the angle of the sword, the helmet, and the cape. Impressive. Let's push it a bit further and try its expand possibilities by asking to zoom out. And that's not bad either. While we're at it, how about a dragon to make it more epic? And changing the aspect ratio of the image is also no problem. Compared to the old model, it definitely keeps the image and the composition intact. By the way, here is the Grok version. Time to combine images. I'll add a graphic with animals dancing around the pizza box and also add a realistic pizza box and ask to combine them in a realistic photo. After we give it some time to analyze and generate the image, this is what we get. Much better than I expected. It got almost everything right. We have all the animals, the background, the moon, all in the correct place, and the pizza box is indeed the box I provided as the second image. And it looks perfect. When we zoom in, we can see there are no errors in the text or in the image of the pizza box. I think it's the first time where I'm starting to get impressed by an image model. So how about an infographic? This was always a hit or miss, especially with text. Did I mention that the generation is slow?
Patience you must have, my young Padawan.
But hey, we do get better results. Take a look at this. The text looks perfect and the overall graphics looks fine too. We can also have ChatGPT easily change the style of the infographic without messing up. The image space has also a discover feature, which probably will generate great results. Here is the girl with a pearl effect on the portrait photo I used earlier. I expect these are probably cherry-picked examples which have been extensively tested with the model. Now let's make some real challenging photos. Here I have a photo of a girl in a bus, and let's replace this girl with the girl from our test photo. It did actually a pretty decent job. I expected that it would keep the hand, but maybe I needed to be more clear with the prompt. It did keep the pose and the environment, and even the headphones are there. No watch though. Okay, let's enhance the photo by uploading a lemon soda can and ask it to have the girl hold it. And there you are, the AI image generations we are used to. This still kind of proves to me that these models have no real understanding of what they are doing. Let's instruct a bit better by specifying which hand she uses to hold the can. And that looks a bit better. Funny how the concept of left and right is confusing for the model and also for us. It decided to use the left hand we see instead of her actual left hand. The generation itself is okayish. The text and the logo on the can, however, is perfect, but I do feel it's a bit too big for the photo. Finally, how about changing the hairstyle and color? I think this worked out quite well, as this is something that definitely has been tested thoroughly. As you can see, this model is a big leap compared to the previous model, and as mentioned in the beginning of the video, OpenAI was running behind, and with this model, they did a good catch up with the leaders of the pack like Google Nano Banana. Keep in mind that the model, as expected, is still very restrictive compared to other models. Anything copyrighted or erotic will generate errors stating not allowed. Sometimes this can be avoided by changing the prompt, like in this case, it didn't like the woman to be wet. Removing that part from the prompt helped out. It is, by the way, quite good at giving a photo a vector look, which is pretty useful if you want to trace an image in Affinity. I think compared to a year ago, these models are getting much better, and even though you might not like them, they are quite useful in things like removing people, changing backgrounds, or even quickly experiment with different clothing. I think they are useful tools, but at the end, the tool itself cannot generate anything. It needs control, a craftsman, and resources to work with. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked this video. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons before you leave, and see you in the next video.
How do you mess up iced coffee this bad? There's no caramel in my caramel swirl! Well, hey! Get it off! All right, I'm leaving!